Yo, welcome to the Let's Talk Life podcast. And today I want to talk about what it's really like to stand above what's below you. For some reason, on this journey we call life, we experience so much, but we always get used to what we experience. And when I say that, I mean through the bad, through the good, or through the mediocre times of our lives, we get comfortable and we get to a point to where we get complacent with ourselves. And I speak on what I'm finna speak on right now for the simple fact is for the simple fact that we as people sometimes try to stay below ourselves. We try to interact with the things that are below us. You see what I'm saying? So ever since I started my spiritual journey and my elevation journey, my journey with God, the biggest struggle that I've had is dealing with shit that make me feel lower than myself, dealing with anything that brings me out of my spirit or anything out of my character. Or the things that bring me out of my character. You got to think about this real quick. Just think from relationships, family, friends, coworkers, or just associates. 9 times out of 10, you've been in some way in an uncomfortable position dealing with one of these people. And it's not uncomfortable like it's challenging you to grow. It's uncomfortable like, why am I dealing with this type shit? So, because it's a difference between those things. It's an uncomfortable that challenge you to grow, and then it's an uncomfortable that was like, I done grew too much to still sit here and deal with this. Personally, I'm gonna speak on something. So throughout my last year, I talk about this a little bit, but I don't talk about this a lot. I was moving crib to crib. My mom ended up putting me out, and then I was staying with my auntie in Atlanta, and I was getting into it with my grandmother and my auntie. And I'm not gonna lie, I take accountability on my part. Like, I'm the one who spoke up about how I felt because the way I felt was valid, and I don't care what nobody say. Like, I spoke on what I spoke on because nobody should be suppressing their kids, and let alone nobody should be talking to their kids the way they do. So I spoke on that. So we got into it. They said what they said. I said what I said. I ended up getting up out of there. I moved in with my auntie down here in Athens. A situation happened to where my shoes caught on fire, and I told her it was a genuine mistake, but they put me out. That was the case. And let me tell you this: one thing about people who do you wrong, and I take accountability because I've did this before. One thing about people who do you wrong is that they always try to come back in your life when they see you doing better. And I just said I take accountability for this because I've did this same shit before. So I'm not above it. I'm not above it. You feel me? I do not sit here and speak on shit and then act like I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. Because my experiences, I literally sit here on this camera and I tell y'all, like, this is what I've experienced and this is how I'm going towards it. So, mind you, with that being said, dealing with shit that's lower than you. When you start growing and you start elevating and you really start stacking days on top of days, you start to realize that the negative shit, the past, and the shit that's below you, that shit really don't matter no more. But we done became so used to that shit. It used to feel good, and it's like, and that's all we know when you grew up through trauma and hurt and pain, like that's all you know. And it's hard to know the joy, the happiness, the peace, the love. It's hard to know those things. So my past tried to catch up to me, mind you. My past tried to catch up to me. I'm not gonna speak on specifically what it was, but I'm gonna tell you this: past tried to come back to me. And don't get me wrong, by all means necessary. Like, it's life, shit like that gonna happen. But the person that I am now, why would I sit here and deal with it? Because if I deal with it, it's only gonna bring me out of my spirit, bring me out of my energy, and let alone bring me back down to that person that I used to be. When I'm constantly trying to grow, when I'm constantly elevating, why would I want to go back? Let me tell you why. Because first of all, people like me who haven't been doing this for too long, this is new to me. So I can tell you why. Like I said, it's comfortable, it feels good. I'm used to it because I grew up through toxic environments, negative energies, and you feel me? Not really being uplifted. You feel me? And Like I said again, that's what I was used to. I'm not used to that no more. I don't want to be used to that. I don't want to sit here and hurt and be like, you know what, like I accept it. I'll just deal with it. You know, it's whatever. Like I don't care how this person treat me. I don't care what they say to me. I don't care what they do to me. Like I love them or I care about them or I just want to be a part of their life or like I'm just going to sit here and accept it. No. Hell no. Stand on that shit. Stand on you. Like you have to. Nah, it's not even about standing on business no more, nigga. It's about standing on you, nigga. Your non-negotiables. You're not supposed to go against. Your non-negotiables. Like it could be being talked to disrespectfully. It could be people looking at you a certain way. It can be people them addressing you a certain way. It can be people talking about your family. It could be people talking about your friends. It can be people goddamn just discrediting you in general. Like your non-negotiables are your non-negotiables. Like one thing I was terrible with growing up was setting boundaries, allowing motherfuckers to cross me, and I would just sit there and accept it. And then, like I said, I take full accountability for my actions. So I did the same thing to people. I would cross them and then expect them to just forgive me and accept me back into their life as if nothing happened. That's not the way that shit's supposed to go. Cause what the like, who am I? Who am I as a person to sit here and fuck your whole life up, and then tell you, you know, like, hey, I'm sorry, you know, like that's just what I did, and you know, you should, you know, like I want you to forgive me so we can do better and shit like that. Like, I I tell you by all means, do not accept no shit like that. It don't matter who it is. I don't care how much you love them, bro. When somebody crosses you and they show you who they really are, you don't have to be resentful. You don't have to be neglectful. You don't have to be negative. You don't have to bash that person at all. But when you start standing on you, your morals, and what you truly believe in when it comes to yourself, that shit right there don't even matter. That shit right there, you can just push to the side and you'll just be like, I'm working, twin. I'm focused. I'm growing. I'm elevating. I'm building days. Like, I'm taking this 1% shit at a time. Like, I'm taking this shit 1% at a time. Like, I'm not finna sit here and be conjured up over shit that happened to me already. Like, why would I sit here and do that? And why would I sit here and allow you to come back into my life and think you could flirt with the person that I am now? You didn't get to appreciate that person that I was when you had it. And this goes for anybody in my life. This goes for anybody that I've encountered. If your ass is not uplifting me, you're not uplifting yourself, you're not encouraging yourself, you don't believe in yourself, you're not motivated, you're not disciplined, you're not working towards something higher than yourself, like God, for instance, then you're not the type of person that need to be in this circle. You're not the type of person that need to be in this lifestyle that I'm living. Because I promise you, people will come around you only to hold you down. And when, the moment you realize they holding you down, and you try to cut them off or you start letting them know about themselves, oh, you weird, you lame, you done switched up, you done did this, you done did that. I ain't switch up, nigga. Your ass the same. I didn't switch up, your ass the same. Literally, that's what you gotta start telling people. You look these people in their eyes and you tell them straight up, like, bro, you still the same person that you was that time that I met you, the time before I met you, like, hell no. Like I wanna elevate. I wanna get off of all the negative shit. I wanna live a life of positivity, prosperity, love, peace, happiness, joy, you feel me, fulfillment. So why would I sit here and allow the past to keep coming back into the present moment? It's not even about the future because the future too far away right now. We talking about the past catching up to the present moment. Why would we allow the past to catch up to the present moment? You can't sit here and be conjured up over the past no more. Because the longer you stay conjured up over that shit gonna project itself into the present moment. And once it projects itself into the present moment, that shit is gonna start dictating your future. It's gonna dictate how your future comes out. It's gonna dictate what the fuck happens at the end of the route. You know, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. You have full control of your life. You have full control over what comes in your life, what leaves your life. You have full control over the way people, the way you allow people to talk to you, treat you, or what they do to you. You have full control over that shit. The moment you feel like you don't have control over the way people talk to you, treat you, and act towards you, you're just letting them do whatever. And you'll never have no backbone. You'll never be able to stand firm on your morals or your principles or your non-negotiables. And you'll always be living a life of disturbance because you'll always be disturbed within your mind, not even out in the world. It's not even about the world, to be honest, about the individual. The individual's mind has to be entitled to what's best for them. What lifestyle do you truly want to live? You have to seek the things that truly entitle you to the best version of yourself. Because anything that doesn't resonate with your spirit or your soul, God not gonna let you be at peace with it. Anything that's below you, God not gonna let you be at peace with it. Anything that doesn't belong, God not gonna let you be at peace with it. I promise you, I'm glad I went through what I went through last year, jumping crib to crib, because it showed me what motherfuckers to keep around and what motherfuckers to let go. I promise you, I done let go of so much. Like my past tried to catch back up to me, and I said no. You know how this go. You know how this go. I don't know. I'm not finna mess with you. I'm not finna let you downgrade me. I'm not finna let you treat me the way you did and then just come back and just think this shit all love and games. I'ma love you from a distance. I can't love you up close because if I love you up close, you might backstab me again. And they go for anybody. This go for myself. Like, I'm telling you, like, I done crossed people before. So don't sit here and look at me and think just because I speak on this that I know everything. Like I know everything about what comes with this. I'm figuring it out and I'm learning it. I'm learning what comes with this. I'm learning what comes with the disagreeable habits. I'm learning what comes with flirting with shit that's lower than you, and I'm learning what comes with flirting with the things that elevate you. I'm learning what really protects my spirit, and I'm learning what really lowers my spirit. I'm learning all of these things because I'm 19 years old. I'm a 19-year-old man who just stepped out into this world. And every day has been a learning experience because I choose to learn. I choose to sit here and figure the things out that I really want to know, not the things I think I want to know. I really want to know this stuff. I want to know why I experienced a life of hurt, pain, and neglect growing up. I want to know why other people are experiencing the same shit. And I want to know why nobody is taking the required time to really elevate themselves. Why nobody's really taking the required time to really sit there with themselves or sit there and talk to other people about what they go through and really sit here and build a lifestyle that we could live in harmony and peace. And we could fulfill ourselves, let alone other people, because once we connect with ourselves, we'll be able to connect with this world. I don't I don't think it's really anything that can be said, that can be done from somebody else that's going to make you make that decision. You have to sit there with your own thoughts, your own spirit, and really internalize what you truly want to do with that. Because some people may not want to do nothing, and that's fine. By all means, you don't have to stop flirting with your past. You don't have to elevate yourself. You don't have to want to grow consistently. You could chill where you at for by all means necessary. This is for the people that truly want to seek the betterment of their life. This is for the people who truly want to stop living a life of hurt and pain. This is for the people that really want to elevate themselves every single day and chase a life that's fulfilling, chase a life that's happy, chase a life that brings them closer to themselves and God. Because that type of lifestyle right there sets you up for so much more beyond this world. Like, this world is going to be here when you leave. So why sit here and try to live a life for this world when you could live a life that's going to set you up beyond this world? Because your spirit will never be free. It will always be held down to the shackles of this world if you don't release yourself from it. Like, I kid you not. I kid you not. All 2022, 2023, I felt trapped. I felt like in my mind I was alone. I was confused. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was genuinely just there. And then one day I had that change of heart. One day I asked myself, am I the same person that I was in my past? And when I answered that question, I told myself, no, I'm not. I'm not that same person. So why do I keep doing the same things? Routine, toxicity cycles, you feel me? Being comfortable with it, and not knowing truly what it is that I want to change about myself. Because when I started making a difference in my life, I thought that I could just change overnight. I spoke on this in another video. Change does not happen overnight. Change takes weeks, months, years. It's a habit. Habits are what make changes. You got to have a habitual routine. Like your habits have to be a routine. Like you have to sit there and really prioritize yourself. Love yourself, talk to yourself, journal, get your thoughts out on paper, read, elevate your mind. Because all of those things right there connects you with yourself. Everything out in this world only brings you out of yourself. How can you give so much of yourself when you have so little? You can't do that. I tell you wholeheartedly, if you start to stand on your non negotiables, your principles, your morals, your boundaries, the past will not be able to fuck with you. Let alone the people from the past, the energies from the past, the negative thoughts from the past. All of that right there will be released. You want to know why? Because once you choose to live a life with yourself and with God, happiness, love, joy, prosperity, fulfillment will incorporate itself right into you.